Hello there. Yeah, man, it's Daniel here. Today was a day of a lot of learning, you know? Um, I dial, like usual. I got 7 pickups only, man. Of the 7 pickups, I booked one for tomorrow, and yeah, I had like kind of a sales call, but the guy was like, "Yeah, I only have 5 minutes." And that was on me because I should have like made like very clear that it would take like 15 minutes, at least 15 minutes, not 5 minutes, you know. So that was on me, you know. And also, I pretty much I made a mistake because I dial like old leads and like that was kind of like really old lead, like 1 year, like more like even more than 1 year, you know. So that was a mistake because some of those numbers they're not even active anymore, and the ones that picked up they were like, yeah, not interested. Of course, there might be someone that is like, yeah, let's do it, but like it's rare, and like I gotta go according to like what's more likely to get me like the calls and therefore the sales. And those like more than 1 year old leads, not likely, not likely to close. So that's a problem. Um, so besides that, um, I changed places again. I switched desks because I thought that like the other reps they would go like to my next to me because of the HVAC, because they can take the fuck the coldness. Yeah, the coldness of the HVAC. So they were like, yeah, I wanna switch it over, you know, to other desks, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna be staying here because fuck, man, they talk too much. Those two talk too much. It's a pain in the ass. No, fuck no. And then I switched, and like it was good. It was good because like now it's and like I like now I understand them because like I wasn't feeling the HVAC, but like now I do. Like it's really cold, but it's better than noise. I prefer that than like noise like in my head all day. No, fuck no. No, fuck this shit. The coldness, like it's better. And I talked with my manager. I asked her, some questions about the closing. She gave me some insights because there are things that I want to try, but also, there are things she knows and she has way more experience than me, like in this niche and in sales overall. So like, I was like listening to her, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I can use this. This is not so good. So, like with that, I can create like my own way of doing things, and like I'm kind of like relieved because my theory was correct. That like I didn't book as much. I didn't have as much calls because there were like some other you know expenditures, other debts that the CEO had to pay. So that's why he wasn't investing as much in marketing as he was the month prior. So that means that yes, like it's not like, oh, I got work. No, man, it's just because like there were like less leads, and like the leads that are more likely to show up are new leads, and you know. So that's good. I got like I was relieved. I was like, oh fuck, I wasn't like nuts. That really happened. And yeah, um, Like this guy like kind of show up because he was like, oh, I only have 5 minutes, and then like the internet was shit. He couldn't hear me properly, so I went like over text. Uh, we'll see. And then there's the other guy that I had the call yesterday, and this one, like we'll see. Like he's fuck man, this dog, all this fleur. It's fleur, how you say? Um, Look at your shit. Um, Very qualified financially, but I didn't create enough urgency in him, and I was thinking about like how to do that, and like yeah, that was tricky, I have to practice more, you know. No, like how like no, my manager showed like yeah, we're gonna get a commission, like it's a good commission, but I was like yeah, but next month, I have to like I'm already thinking the future. And that's good and bad at the same time. It's good because I'm not getting comfortable and complacent. But also, I'm not like I just can't like enjoy the present moment, because like I'm like yeah that's in the past that's like it's done already happened like yeah move on, like I'm thinking about like what's the next thing, but that's the thing that matters. It's the future is incredible. The past, wow, the past. Whew, what to say about the past, right? The past is just the past. Wait a minute. What you say about the past, man? I think the past is yeah. The past I think it's more like water. Depending on the way you go into the water, it might be like it's turf that you say. It might be like the image might be like not in the way that you want to be, and also at the same time that can help you with your thirst can also kill you drowning. Yeah, by drowning. So it's tricky the past. Well, anyway, and it's done. You cannot change. Like yeah, you cannot change or influence the past. You can't. That's the shit. The future, you can influence the future for sure. And you have like the time that you have more power. It's in the present, but like the past, man, it's like an immovable object. And that's it. You know. Well, oh well. I believe I must like think like more like long term as well. Because yeah, long term, man, long term. There's like still what 10 days to close the deal. 10 days, man. So yeah, you know, freaky shit. But yeah, you know, let's keep moving forward. Let's conquer. Bye.